Hello and welcome back to Walt Disney Wednesday. Just finished, last week finished a course, and so now I'm back to YouTube, and today I've got a 4x6 photo of Wonder Boy and Alice in Epcot. Not that you can tell it's Epcot because it's very zoomed in, but that is the UK pavilion in Epcot. And what I wanted to do with this photo is to try what the nighttime photos are going to look like on the white backgrounds. So the first thing I did was to zoom right in so that the background in the darkness, because this was taken after sunset with a big old flash from the PhotoPass photographer, and it's not my usual style of photos. I like daytime photos a lot. I like natural light a lot, and using the dark background is a little jarring to me. And so I've cropped it right in on them, so there's not so much background. The background here doesn't have a lot of context. Some of the meet and greets you get, like when you meet Tinkerbell, you have an amazing backdrop of Pixie Hollow, but here it is just a brick and wood building. It's okay. And so that was the first thing I did. I also lightened it up a little bit because it was a very, very hot day, and even though I kept asking him if he wanted to take the hat off, he wanted to take the bow tie off, he was determined to wear that hat. So he wore a wool hat in a hot place, and so his face is a little shiny. But when I lighten it up, you don't see the shine so much. You're going to see it a little bit in his hair, but you're not going to see it quite as much as before. He looked a little more ruddy and shiny. So anyway, 2 tips there for you. So if you want it to look a little bit more like daytime, get rid of as much backdrop as you can and lighten it up so that the skin tones are a little lighter. I want to use some blue because it's an Alice page, but I also really want this combination of the blue and green. So I pulled out some navy straight away that I'm going to use, and then also these that I think will work well. But I want some blue on this background. I've pulled out some old mist. This is Tattered Angels Glimmer Mist, so I've had it on my shelf for a long time. And this color is Sea Glass. Instead of just spraying plain, which was my first idea, I just thought actually I'd like to use a mask or something. And if the mask doesn't look great, then I'll just spray over the top or cover it with paper. I haven't used these in a long time, so this is an old one I've had for years from Keezy Art, which is a French scrapbooking company. And it's got all these little frames with a nice straight edge. So I'm going to try that. Let's see what happens. That's a lovely Alicey blue. Okay, now I need to wait for it to dry. That's always riveting. Yeah, I probably should have stuck the mask down. It's not amazing, but I think I'm just going to work with it. I'm not loving the word at the top, so I'm just going to spray over that. And then I'm going to leave this to dry. While that's drying, I'm going to work with some photo mats here. So I've cut a whole bunch of pieces, getting slightly bigger with each layer. And let's see. I'll work from the back up to the photo, and I wanted this one to have the word dream. That and the navy was the reason that I picked that particular paper, and I think I will add some ink on these. So I'm going to pull out my gray ink to do the edges on these lighter ones, just so they all have a little something in common and has a little definition. I know it doesn't show up amazingly well on the video. Okay. And then this pink floral for a little bit of contrast, but it has that same greeny shade in it. But these flowers also remind me of the wildflowers in Wonderland. And then these polka dots. So collection-wise, the navy and the floral are both from Box of Crayons. The stripe is from Amy Tangerine's latest, which is Sunshine and Good Times. And this dot is from Maggie Holmes' Carousel collection. So I want those to be a little bit uneven. not nice and orderly. I want it to be like I've gathered the papers on my desk. And now I'm going to start with some embellishments to go between those layers. I have this giant camera from an old Dear Lizzie collection, 2015. I want to say this might be Fifth and Frolic. No, it might be after that. It might be Saturday or Document. No! What am I even thinking? Anyway, I should not start if I don't know. So that's going to go off to one side there. And I've got some stickers with the wildflowers. So I've got a big one and a little one. Big one up here, I think. And a little one. Right about there. And I'm going to use a foam square just on one end to give it a little bit of dimension. Just like that. Might need two. And some of these cute little bows from Amy's Hustle and Heart collection. Because of the bow tie. There is a brighter blue here, but I'm not going to use that shade of blue, and there's not a navy, so I'm going to go with the color that happens to match the collection, or the papers I've chosen. Let's put that there for now. I'll use one more on the page once I get it stuck down. And I wanted to bring in this little butterfly. This is a Jenny Bolin for Fisker's Punch that I've had for quite some time. And let's just find a little scrap of the right color. I usually use the Martha Stewart butterfly, which I like quite a lot. But I just fancied something different than what I normally use and a little more delicate. So let's go ahead and dot these little butterflies around. That one needs to, oh, I just stuck that sticker onto the desk. There we go. Go that way. I did it over here too, I'm not thinking. Boop, boop, boop. Okay, let's see if I can get that to stay up a little bit more. Okay, and then I'm going to put this third little butterfly with my third bow so that I know I have these things yet to come when I get it stuck onto the background. Time to get this onto the background. Background is pretty much dry. You can see it is a little bit warped and buckled, but should be fine. If it does get too buckled, then I can always press it under some heavy things. Now, do I want to leave those little lines and move all the way over here? Do I move this over a little bit? Yeah, I think, yep. I like how there's just these few little white spots, but it's no longer a shape, and that is okay. Right, so it needs adhesive. These tiny little blue hearts. These are from Studio Calico, and I got them a while back in a couple different colors. Quite like them. Really, really did. 5 there and a little line. Wondering if I can do 3 up here. And then I can do 3 over here. And that's the whole row of stickers gone. Might not stick where that mist is because of the sparkle, so if they don't stick, then I'll go back and add more glue. Now, where are those extra bits going to go? Journaling's going to go in here. So I think title needs to work kind of in this space here. I had originally, when I pulled out the papers, picked out this and thought that might be part of the title because of the wonder connection. But with everything else I've done, this is a bit too blocky. So I'm going to save that for something else. But instead, from the same collection, I'm going to use this teacup washi tape, which is from this washi book from Pink Paisley and Paige Evans called From the Turn the Page collection. And you get 3 different sheets of all different washies. And let's see if I can get this little strip going. There we go. So I'm wondering about picking all of this up here and putting teacups. Okay, I'm actually going to move a couple of those little hearts so that I can have a bit more room below the floral for the teacups to be visible. Got ahead of myself with the hearts, I think. There we go, that's a bit better. And what I want to try is a more white on white title. So I'm going to use these white thickers. They come in a pack with one page of white and 1 sheet of gold glitter, both on foam. And they are from Amy's Hustle and Heart collection, same as the bows. Move that a little bit. Come on. And so she has this that says Major Heart Eyes. I think I'm just going to use the heart eyes, but it gave me a thought on where I could take the journaling. Because we'd already met Alice on this trip, and we'd had an amazing conversation with Alice, actually, which I haven't scrapped yet because it was one of those moments that needs to brew in my mind because it was so perfect. There we go. Yeah, I like that white on white. Now where did I put those hearts? There. And yet he saw a sign where he could see that Alice was going to be there a different day. And he said, is Alice coming back? Could I read the times and see if Alice was coming back today? And she was, but it was about a half hour away. And he said, my feet are tired anyway, and I really, 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 really love Alice. So can we just sit down in the garden and wait for Alice to come back? So that's what we did. And to be honest, his feet were not that tired and he got a bit antsy, but he was so excited when she came out, and definitely worthwhile. So I thought that Heart Eyes title could be a lovely way into the journaling about him saying, I really, really, really love Alice. Okay, some teacups on that side, or do I put them underneath? I think I'll put a few over here, but I'm going to put this just here at the bottom. And I'm going to drop stuff off my desk too. Okay, I have a little bit of the teacup left, so let's go ahead and put it all to use. kind of straighten that out a little bit. That's a bit better. Maybe move that. This little heart by about 1 millimeter. Now, that gives me a spot down here where I could bring in the other bow and the other butterfly. Do I want anything to go with it? Or do I just want those two things? I was going to say I might put a heart. Well, I've even got the white hearts from that. So I could bring them down here. In fact, there are 3. 2 solids and 1 outline. So I'm going to go ahead and use those all together. Then layer up the heart, or the bow with the heart. Do I want it underneath? Yeah, I'm going to put it right there. And then the butterfly over here. And this has always been my favorite thing to do. With the butterflies, I only ever stick one side. And then I bend up the other side so that they have a little bit of movement. Okay, time for the journaling, and then I'll tuck a few more things away. Journaling all down here, and I realized I said there were 3 hearts on this thicker sheet, but there are 5. There's 2 more, so I'm going to put 2 up here with the title. And what else to tuck away here? Well, I wondered about something like this. It could kind of go underneath here a little bit. Like I need to bring something down here. You know what I don't have down here is the navy, and I have a few more of those little hearts in navy, so I could bring that down here. I have 4, and I like them in groups of 3, but then that will leave me literally with 1 navy on the entire sheet. So I'm going to balance it with 1 on this side here. I like to bring a little bit of that pale pink down here. If I got anything that might work. Got a little pink star or a pink butterfly. Try this little star. No, I think time for a label. So there are some lovely pink labels and things in the Maggie Holmes sticker book, which I have been using lots lately. And also some flowers. Do I want to mix the 2 florals? I don't think I do. I just want a little pink label or something along those lines, just like this. Perfect. Where can I tuck it is the question. I think it's going to go right under here. It's going to cover up a few teacups, but that's okay. Oh, but I need my butterfly on the top. Come on, butterfly. And then I can get just a little strip with a word phrase that will fit in there. At this point, I could consider it finished, but I don't want to. I want to add more. So I've gone through the Maggie Holmes sticker book and pulled out lots of different pieces and just put them here. And I've also got a couple things from the sticker folder from Box of Crayons, and I'm just going to pile on some more. So I have 2 of these navy labels. So I want one down here. here. I think it needs to be tucked under something. It's right about there. Could even tuck it under that one, I think. Yep. And a little pink banner. Let's see, that's under the pink floral. So we can do that one there. Bring the pink up there. Just have a little something, oops, under each layer. And different little sentiments to fill in the gaps in the labels. And bring the color down. So like here I've got the black sticker on the blue box, so I'm going to do the same up here. Bit of pink. Got quite a lot of pink up here, so I'm going to add the aqua shade. And the smile over here by the camera. Oops, let's go a bit so that I don't lose the word. There's a lot of pink up here, but that one has a little bit of sparkle. I like that up in. Well, actually, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to have the pink sparkle up there, but I'm going to pull this one down here. Where's it going to go? This side. And then I'm going to use the pink heart with the sparkle, same sparkle, same color, to have this up here, because I've got all those hearts here, and I don't have a heart up there, although there are heart shapes throughout. So I'll put that up there to get the sparkle. I've got a few more little word stickers. And then some blue enamel dots to pick up on the Alice blue. A little bit of gold. Okay, so the blue mist I just sprayed on, and there are a few little droplets from spraying it. But I've got gold in some of the stickers and in those little bows. So I'm just going to add, just following where I put the blue actually, tiny little finishing touch of the gold. And that's where I'm going to finish that one. I did pull out some blue glitter, but I think at this point, even I am going to say no to pouring glue over the top and maybe ruin it at all. So that's where I'm going to end this week for Walt Disney Wednesday. Thanks so much for joining me, and I hope to see you soon. Subscribe if you want to see more videos, and if you want to check out the classes, you can find them at Shimelle.com.